Oh well, now let's jump into our second semi-final of the day as we have spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner our Red Terran representing Taeja and Korea. Give it up for Bomber! To the top right, our blue Terran, very apt in color, representing Team Liquid and Korea. Give it up for Taeja! All right, Star Station. As we said before, cross positions enforced. And I love that in TVT now, you get those opportunities to pile on a lot of aggression early if you would like to, but then you can even transition into that macro game. A well-diversified matchup right now. And a big shout out to our lovely game observer, Mr. Funker.
Let's hope he won't hit alt tab today, and then we're all good.
Yes. Oh, he made me panic yesterday.
No, Funker's been doing a really good job. It's been a pleasure working with him. So indeed, all love to him. We can already see Bomber dropping his refinery. So that's a pretty damn quick one. It's before his Rex. Well, Taeja on the other end is at least dropping his Rex first, and he's not showing us a refinery yet, but he might still get it soon. Or if it's going to be a no-gas fast expand, that would be very traditional.
Yep, liking the wall-offs as well, just to make sure that you don't take any damage early on. And even starts that second supply depot super quick to send that scout out.
Wow, that's kind of fun. It seems like he is going for a no-gas fast expand build. What Rex?
At least he'll have Marines out to deny if anything comes along, but I think that Bomber might actually just say to himself, well, I don't really want a Reaper too much. He could quite easily, well, was the gas was before the barracks, right? Or,
yes.
Okay, so
it's pretty likely he wants a Reaper.
No.
Unless he's going to drop factory immediately. But
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, the gas times out really nicely. He gets 100 gas as the barracks finishes up, so that factory can go down really, really quickly, but Taeja would be likely to see that if that does occur.
One Marine is going to produce, well, he's actually just going to drop down that factory immediately. This SCV from Taeja is going to spot it, so that's a nice little scout here for our Terran from Team Liquid. Yes, he's going to try to be annoying as well. Access denied from this point on.
Go away, you can't see anything else, even though you've seen everything already. But anyway, Bomber now just rocketing up to that. I mean, he has options still. He could technically go for Hellions, but I wouldn't mind seeing Bomber even just eke out those Widow Mines a little bit earlier here from this point on. And as Taeja takes his double gas behind command center, so Taeja looking for that little bit of a macro focus early on. I also like this from Taeja, as it means we can see a little bit more of a prolonged game potentially.
Above all, I'm surprised that neither player made a Reaper, because I think this is one of the best maps for a Reaper opening, as there's so much surface area to just jump into the main base. Starport is going down. This SV might actually be able to see it. No, it gets really close, but it's not able to see it. But what he did see is the tech lab. And now, obviously, if this is a Reaper, or if this is a Hellion opening, or in a bizarre scenario, a mine opening, but you don't see that too often, there will not be a tech lab at that factory. So, nice scout here by the SCV. Sometimes you see without really seeing it.
Exactly. The Banshees on bound here. They've really made a resurgence after the change. And why on earth not? It's a very, very good tool to use. That being said, though, we've seen a few Banshees during this tournament not do so well. But Bomber, he's calm and calculated. He's had the opportunity to play in a lot of these weekly tournaments. So he's not going to let nerves get to him here.
I would like to see Taeja at least get one mine. I think those mines are really good against that Banshee. If it flies in once, the Banshee will pretty much die. Every now and then you see a lucky Banshee.
Yep, that's true. And he's just rallying all those Marines to the front here, adding on a second barracks a little bit quicker than I was expecting. So a little interesting deviation here from Taeja to his normal rhetoric, as that factory does get added on as well. I guess, you know, going command center first leaves you a little bit vulnerable early on, so you want to add on that second barracks just so you can get those Marines for the earlier defense.
Well, despite I had a feeling that Taeja pretty much identified what he was playing against, he's still going to throw down the scan, because I guess he's rather safe than sorry, and he will see everything that he was looking for. He saw that command center going down, he saw that tech lab going, he saw that starport going down as well with the tech lab. Something was spinning in the tech lab, but I believe it was cancelled. I don't think he ever researched cloak though, right?
Yeah, it was Caduceus reacted just to try and fake his opponent out here. A smart move by Bomber, something that, you know, harks back to almost years ago in TVT nowadays. But we see it here once again as Taeja, and he's preparing himself for what may be with a cloak, as he actually has a missile turret going down, but it's not going to be as useful as it would have been to deny cloak. He just kind of wards the Banshee away in an area.
He might actually make a Raven as well, because he's getting a tech lab on his starport right now. Here comes that Banshee down. That missile turret, despite not being able to spot the cloak unit, it's still going to serve some purpose, as it ushers this Banshee away a little bit.
And and he does get the Raven as well, you're right. So Bomber also followed up with that just to keep himself nicely defended at the back. Also, auto turrets can be very useful in this matchup later on, or earlier on, I should say. Later on, not so much.
I must say I'm a little bit surprised that Taeja did not decide to drop at least a few Marines on the low ground, because he has a large group of Marines. There's almost no way that the Banshee wants to start microing back and forth against 5 Marines on either the high or the low ground. And even if he does, you know, losing a few Marines here and there is not that bad, as long as you keep your SCVs alive. As silly as it is, I think that Banshee has already paid for itself. That's 5 SCVs, and he didn't even have to invest into Cloak. So yeah, why not? He might actually be able to get one more at least. Wow, Bomber is doing this super well so far. It's 7, 8, 9 SCVs even on a single Banshee, and it's still alive.
Very nice control. The Raven follows it around. He still thinks that there is the potential for Cloak, and Bomber just hasn't seen the opportunity to use it. But not only killing off those workers, forcing the missile turret, that has done really not much. It's zoned out a little bit, but that's it. Whoa! Auto turret doesn't kill it in the end.
Man, and Bomber is actually marching across the map right now with a pretty terrifying army. That's 32 army supply against just 21 for Taeja. He's going to be able to get siege tanks up as well, even though there's so much room. Wow, this Banshee just does not stop. Bomber is all over the place.
This is fantastic.
At least with this Banshee.
Yeah, this is really impressive here by Bomber, keeping it alive even still and limiting his opponent's income quite nicely. 13 workers been killed.
He hasn't lost a single unit yet. So far, Bomber has not lost a single unit in this game, and he has killed 15.
So impressive right now. Well, and Bomber looking to move through the middle of the map. How many tanks does he have with this? He has 2. That army is actually really strong here by Bomber. If he gets the opportunity to set himself up, there's only 1 siege tank for Taeja, so that kind of slows down Bomber a little bit.
I actually felt if he would have gone immediately, he would have it would have even been scarier, but he was waiting a little bit in the middle of the map, and he was still harassing with the Banshee. And of course, you know, that did do something, but it did give Taeja the time to at least get 1 tank in position. Now, he has the 2nd tank on the high ground as well, so I guess that he's going to be fine, as you've seen.
Oh, that 1 Viking is a game changer here, so Bomber has to be a little bit careful about what he's doing here, but that's a lot of Marines moving forward here for Bomber. He actually kills off a lot of Taeja's Marines, as do Bomber's die, but at the same time, 38 army supply to 12. Bomber has reached this location. GG!
Bomber with a pretty much flawless game here on Star Station. It's absolutely fantastic from start.